Hi, I'm Tony Kwilas. I'm the Director of Environmental Policy at the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce and wanted to bring you up to speed on some of the things we're doing during the 2018 legislative session. The Chamber has always been a leader on looking at ways to streamline and find efficiency in the environmental review and environmental permitting process. And we're going to do that again this year in 2018. We'd like to thank Representative Dan Fabian and Senator Bill Ingebrigtsen, who are authoring proposals on what was known as the Chamber Policy Bill to make some more changes this year on environmental permitting and environmental review. And I'm going to touch on a couple of those points. The first one is we looked at during the wetland replacement plans, there was a provision in there that there was no cap that would allow the agency to charge whatever they felt for wetland replacement plans. And so we've worked with the agencies and found a way, instead of putting a cap on it, but allow them just to charge us for the costs and recover what it costs them to go and do wetland replacement plans. Second of all, there is a provision that we thought we had in state law that we didn't, dealing with water transfer fees. And it's a federal exemption where you don't have to get a National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System or an NPDES permit for water transfers. It doesn't involve pollutants, but it's just simple transfer of water from one body to another. It affected 503 permits in Minnesota where we thought we didn't need permits to do that. So we took the federal exemption and we picked it up and just put it in the state law. But it helps us because then we don't have to have permit writers over at the Pollution Control Agency or the Department of Natural Resources take time off of other permits to go over and do these permits where we thought we had exemptions for. Another one is we've had a big debate over the last couple of years at the legislature on new water quality standards. And this is going to go through, and there's a provision in our bill that's going to allow outside independent third-party peer review of these new water quality standards. Think of it as getting an outside second set of eyes on these. It's not a business look at it, it's not the regulatory approach at it, but an independent third-party review of these new water quality standards. And we think it's a good way to look at it, put some cost efficiency around there and how much it's going to cost businesses throughout the state to comply with that. There has also been a move at the legislature to increase water quality fees. We've got a provision in there that if the Pollution Control Agency proposes to increase water quality fees, that the legislature has a say in that and they have some oversight in that. And then finally, the last provision we have in there is right now water quality permits for wastewater treatment plants in the state are 5-year permits. We would like, with all these changes, to provide some certainty, as I mentioned previously, in these water quality changes. We want to provide some certainty for our members, so we're going to go through and propose 16-year water quality permits. There's still compliance agreements in there that will allow the agency to look at them, but this allows us to plan for capital investment instead of 5 years for 16 years for those permits on wastewater treatment plants for business community. So if you've got any questions at all, I think that my information is going to show up, my phone number and my email. Please feel free to give me a call or email me on any questions you may have on environment and natural resources.